Hey, Lori and Michelle, I'm just going to show you more about Class Dojo so you can get on and play a little bit. But watch the whole video before you do that. So when you go to classdojo.com, obviously we'll just have this minimized at all times throughout the day. But if you go to classdojo.com and log in, our email is just under my email. And then our password is what I told you it is. Now, when you log in here, you see the dashboard. I changed the name, like the first name to Miss and then the last name to 4th grade instead of my name, because if not, people will think I'm the only one giving points. In here is where you just get our account settings, which we should never have to do anything with, changing our passwords, whenever like parents can't use it or whatever. So we'll never have to be in there, never in here. But here, if you scroll down, you'll see our 3 teams. Okay, so the green team is Lori, the pink team is Michelle, and the purple team is me. So whenever it's time that whoever's homeroom class you have, you'll just click on that team and then you'll minimize it from there. Okay, but here I'm going to pull it up. Now, in each team, I wanted to show you that I gave each of you a sample kid in each team. So the sample kid that if you want to play around with before our actual thing, don't play around with one of our actual kids because it will show up on that kid's history. So the sample kid in the purple team is Stella F. The sample kid in the pink team is Olive A. That's my sister's dog, Olive. And the sample team on the green team is Sadie F. Okay, so I'll just stay in the green team here. So if I want to give the whole class, if I want to give a kid a point, for example, so I will only use Sadie because she's our sample and we're going to end up deleting her. The first thing that you can really do, which is cool, is you can do attendance. So if a kid's not there, just click on them and then it'll say mark them absent. So if you give like the whole class a point or anything like that, that kid won't get points. Or if you take away from the whole class, that kid won't get class points taken away from them because they're absent. So that's one thing to do. Okay, now say I want to give an individual point to a kid. So Sadie, for example, I click on her and I can either give her, I can give her a positive point, like respecting others, and then it dings up here and the kids will get all excited because it's dinging. Or I can give so now she's in the +1 here. So I might give her another one for staying organized. And then I might give her another one for working hard. Okay, so she's at plus, and we can adjust all of these point values too here. So then she's a +3. So then I might give her a needs work for off task. Now, right now I have these set as 0 because I was thinking for the first week of school, just pounding giving positive dojo points. But if you guys want me to set these at like a -1, which I thought that eventually we would either set them at a -1 or even a -2, I can do that. Okay, so, but it would still show up on her, like whenever I click on her, view Sadie's story. Whoa, where is it? Whenever I look at her report, I'll show you. It'll still show up on her report. So I'm going to get back in the green team here. Wait, was I in the green team? Yeah, okay. So that's how you do that. Another cool thing you can do is you can select multiple kids. So if I want to give Sadie and Shanna one, I can do that. Then just click give points, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to mess with her story. There's a way that if you click random, it'll just pick a random kid. Like if a lot of kids are doing a good job, and you just want to pick one random one to give a point to, you can pick a random kid or to pick a kid or whatever. Big ideas, you can make a class story or whatever, or add a class skill and then show it to the families. Like I said about doing a special math skill I might do or something like that. The whole class, it keeps note of how many kids are in the whole class. You can also give all 25 kids here a point too. Okay, so it's just super easy. You can make groups if you want, within, if you want to make a group for a table, but we probably shouldn't do that since we're sharing this. Here you'll see stories. You can click on each kid's story. Like if I want to post something about Riley, for example, I might post something, add a picture and click post, and then it'll be on her story and then her parents can see it. Messages, here we'll obviously have to invite all these parents, but we'll have to, we can put messages up for all parents or just do to an individual parent. And then that's pretty much like kind of it as far as that's concerned. As far as Dojo is concerned, there's like a bunch of stuff too that you can look into. Really, I'm thinking that we'll just get started with all of this stuff. But I just wanted to show you, these are kind of like the basics here. So if there's anything else, any questions you come up, but just remember, don't play around with any kids except our sample kids. So Stella, Sadie, and Olive, because I don't want their stories or their reports to get messed up. Really quick, I'll show you reports. If you click view reports, you can click the reports. Wait, am I in the right one? No, hold on. Let me go to the one I was playing with because that's the only one that'll have data. If I click reports, I can get reports for the whole class. I can get attendance reports. I can export it into a spreadsheet. So say a parent doesn't sign up, we can, and this is just something for teachers. Okay, so say a parent doesn't sign up, I can just go to Sadie's and I can just print that off for the parent. Okay, so that's another cool thing too, like just the individual reports and stuff like that. I think that's like all you need to know to get started. Like I said, just don't do any of the reports, or don't play around with any kids except our specific ones. Okay, if you have any questions, email me and let me know.